Hello! So, today we are going to talk about grammar. In particular, we are going to talk about simple present. And I like to talk about grammar first because it's one of the grammar points that we use the most in English. In particular, in the United States, we use it a lot. And it is very difficult to use it because a lot of people confuse it. They confuse the way in which we have to use it, why we use it, and also some people actually believe that it's plural nouns instead of a verb. And so we're going to be taking a look at it. My name is Adriana Hart, and I am an English teacher. And today I wanted to set this up so that my students can go through it and they can take a look at how to use the simple present. So let's get it. How do we use simple present? Well, we use simple present when we talk about habits, such things as I watch TV every night. Watching TV every night is something that I do every single night, and so it is a habit. If it is a habit, then I have to always use simple present. The reason for that is I like to think about simple present instead of a tense that happens either in the past, in the future, or even in the present. It kind of always happens. Simple present is something that we use when it is always true. So if it is always true that I watch TV every single night, then I'm going to use simple present. If I used to watch TV every night, but now I no longer do it, then I'm going to use simple past tense. I watched TV every night when I was younger, but now I don't watch TV anymore. Okay, it is finished. That habit is something that I used to do in the past and I don't do anymore, so I use a simple past tense. If I still do it, then I use simple present tense. In the same way, I use it when it is a simple truth. For example, if I say, I like chocolate. I like chocolate all the time. I don't just like it tomorrow, or I don't like it yesterday. I like it always. It is a simple truth. It's not a fact. It's not a scientific fact that I can prove with science by measuring some type of chemical compound. I like chocolate is a simple truth. Facts are something that we can measure by scientific means. Okay, so if it is something that can be proven and it is something that is always the truth, then we're going to use simple present. For example, the moon is round. I can prove that the moon is round. I can prove it with my eyes, visually. I can prove it by measuring the circumference of the moon, and therefore it is a fact. If it is a fact, it is always true, which means that it will be true today, tomorrow, and yesterday. So, what are the grammar rules for simple present? The first grammar rule is that we're going to add an S to the third person singular. The third person singular is he, she, and it. Remember that certain groups in English are the same as a third person singular. When we use somebody, everybody, or even the word family, we can describe it as a third person singular. So if I say, my family watches TV every night, it's because I'm using family as a group noun. Let's take a look at some examples. If I say I like chocolate, I am going to add an S to like when I use the third person singular. She likes chocolate. Now, if you are in France and you are a French speaker, like most of my students are, you will probably eat the end of that word. You will probably say something like, she liked chocolate. It is always going to be incorrect. You have to make sure that you pronounce the end of those words, because if not, the person that is listening to you, if you're doing an IELTS test, or even if you are doing a presentation, it's going to be incorrect. So you have to make sure that you use that s at the end. Now, there are some verbs that end with that sh sound automatically. For example, watch. Watch ends with that ch sound at the end. If I just added an S, it would be watch. That doesn't sound very pretty. And so in English, what we're going to use is we're going to add an ES to those verbs. So anything that ends with an X, SS, CH, or SH, we're going to add an ES. Little tip, it also goes with an O. That's why we use OES when we say to do. I do that every day. She does that every day. DOES. Okay, and in this example, it says, I watch TV every night. He watches TV every night. So those verbs that end with an O that we just talked about is, for example, I do my homework every day. She does her homework every day. Now, in English, we always say A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. If Y can be used as a vowel, then we are going to be using it as a vowel, and we are going to change it to I. Okay, how do we know if it's being used as a vowel or a consonant? Well, if Y is placed after a consonant, for example, the word try, T-R-Y, then Y is considered a vowel. If Y is placed after a vowel, for example, play, P-L-A-Y, then Y is considered a consonant. If this is the case, then what we are going to do is we are going to add an S. If the Y is considered a consonant, she plays video games every night. But if it's considered a vowel, then we are going to take away the Y and we're going to replace it with an I, with a true vowel. In this case, it would be he tries to study English every day. So try, T-R-Y, the Y, it gets dropped and we add I instead. Now, when we turn a phrase into a negative, because it is simple present tense, this means that we don't have an auxiliary. Simple means no auxiliary. It is the active verb that is taking the conjugation instead of an auxiliary. So, to make it into a negative, because we know that the rule is that we always add the negative into the auxiliary, we're going to add the auxiliary to do. So it's I do, he does, she does, it does, we do, they do, and you do. So now that we are conjugating the auxiliary, we are going to turn I like to eat chocolate into I do not like to eat chocolate. She likes to eat chocolate becomes she does not like to eat chocolate. Now, in this case, you can see that likes was conjugated in the affirmative version of this phrase, but when it turns into negative, like is not conjugated. Once we are conjugating the auxiliary, we don't need to conjugate the active verb. The same thing goes when we are turning a simple present phrase into a question. We're going to use the same auxiliary to do, but this time we are going to place the auxiliary at the beginning of the question. So if you have the affirmative phrase, she likes to play video games, we're going to place the auxiliary in the beginning of that phrase. Does she like to play video games? The conjugation is done by the auxiliary, not the active verb. And so the likes, the S gets dropped, the like does not get conjugated. Okay, so now that you have all of the rules and all of the grammar points that you need, go out, look on Google for a couple of simple present grammar tests and try your best and keep on trying. This grammar is something that you have to keep on trying. You have to do it over and over and over again, like a bicycle. You won't forget. This is just something, sometimes you just need to remind yourself, just grease the wheels a little bit. So just keep on practicing and read. Don't forget to read. A lot of the time, the only thing that you really need is to read a little bit extra so that you can absorb through osmosis all of those grammar rules that you already know because you have heard all of this before. Okay? I hope this helped, and I will see you soon. Bye.